Hi!
Welcome to the pumpkin patch, also known as Wolf Farms.
Yep.
You had no idea where I was going, did you?
Well, because usually go into the introduction and introduce yourself.
I'm Dawn. Nice to meet you. Also known as Knitting Wolf.
Hi, and I'm James, the other pumpkin in the patch. Also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We're coming to the end of October, so you got a little bit of time. We got a cent of the month every month, and you got a couple days left to take advantage of our 25% off pumpkin spice. That's a favorite this time of year. That's a good one. I know you like that. And,
yeah, I don't think it needs to go away. I guess I'm kind of going away.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be a seasonal one, huh?
No, I love that one.
Yeah, I know you do. And so, yeah, we got 25% off our pumpkin spice through the end of October, so you can take advantage of that for our soaps, lotions, lip balm, anything that's scented in that fragrance. We also do are adding to the shop a new lip balm, and if you guys have watched our podcast before, you know whenever we bring a new lip balm to the shop, we offer that up to you guys for free. You just spend $10 or more on other products in our shop. You can add that into your cart and then use the discount code TRYME. Be busy.
I feel like Hard Hat Harry. Remember those little videos Jimmy used to watch?
That was a day or two ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get the gingerbread house has been added to the shop just in time for the holiday season. That you can get for free if you, like I said, you just put that into your cart, add that in, use the discount code TRYME during checkout, and you'll get that deducted. You just need to spend $10 or more on other products, and you can try that out on this.
Yep.
Kind of a trick-or-treat, another trick-or-treat for the Halloween festivities.
Yep, and I wanted to show our Wolf Farms candy cane.
Oh, yeah,
that's also in the shop. And then our reindeer poo, which doesn't smell like poo. It has a poem on the back, and I thought I brought it over here so I'd remember to read it to you. It says, Santa saved a precious gift, and it's especially for you. Just a little something extra, and it comes from Rudolph, too. He knows that you've been naughty instead of being nice. Once again, you're on the bad list, and he's checked it over twice. Santa hopes this little poem doesn't throw you for a loop, and all you're getting this year is a bunch of reindeer poop. So, yeah. It smells...
It's more like woodsy
berries.
Pine tree kind of scent. It's actually a good scent. Yeah. It doesn't smell like poo, but it's kind of humorous. Good gag gift for someone at the holidays if you think they've been naughty and you wanted to... get them a little gag gift to go along with that. So, So those are both in the shop. You can stock up for your holiday season. And
I realized last week you wore one of your Halloween shirts and it didn't really show.
Yeah, so I'm the treat, as you can see. Oh, that's what...
And mine says, I don't know what mine, Instant Witch. Just add candy. And then... So we're just Halloween-y decked out.
Yeah, I know.
Then I got my baddie shawl. And this is in my project pages. It's Volmai's some color orange.
Orange, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's tangerine or something. It's
pumpkin color. Just like our heads.
Yeah, and I made these eons ago. Before Ravelry. So I don't think they're even in my Ravelry.
Well, there you go.
Just like my crocheted pumpkins, those were way...
Yeah, these are really warming my head, I tell you.
Yeah.
So, anyway, welcome.
I forgot all our segments.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll get to that.
Viewers.
New and returning viewers, thanks for joining us. What segments do we have on tap today?
I don't know. I'm busy getting dressed again.
It's going to be a quick podcast today, and we promise it's going to be quick because... this week just flew by and...
We have no idea what went on.
Yeah, it's like whirlwind.
So, the segments include farm happenings, what's cooking, or failed, In the coop, Squeal like a pig in the arena, and Roundup.
Yeah. So let's get this show on the road.
So you filmed the baby chicks?
Yeah, we do a baby chick update. I mentioned last week that I would film them this week, so we did a little video of them to show you how big they're getting. And you'll notice that well, let's go over to the video, and then we'll talk about what you'll find in our tub. All right, we're back.
Yeah, and we really don't bathe with them. We have another tub.
Oh, yeah, well...
Your face. Well, Looney Hiker, you know, she's Miss Comedian.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's...
She's our treadmill queen.
Yeah, this is just one of our extra bathrooms that doesn't get used, so they sit on the other side of the house from our bathroom, so... Yeah, so we don't turn it on
with
and
a
wash
nice
them.
filter switch
Yeah,
fan that sucks
fan.
the stink.
Nice, honey.
Well, they do. No
Yeah.
matter how much I clean that, it
is what it is.
stinky.
So
little
welcome to Wolf
critters.
Farms. But yeah, you'll notice the red is about twice the size of the other sex-linked chicks, and that's going to be that might be a rooster. You never know.
Yeah, Jimmy and I keep calling it Junior Craig.
Junior Craig, huh?
Yeah.
Craig Jr., huh? The mini me. No, he's going to be as big as Craig or not bigger. But yeah, Craig's, it's been a while since we talked about Craig. Craig is one of our reds that we got originally from our first batch of chickens way long time ago. And he is the friendliest chicken. He just wants to come in the house.
He doesn't know he's a chicken.
He wants to be a house chicken, but he wants to walk in the door as soon as you open it up, but he'll folloll Jimmy around, and he's just quite a comedian. You can go and pet on him and he doesn't get all aggressive.
He'll sit on your lap and
he'll just sit there. He's a good chicken. So we got another red, hoping that he's got the same type of personality, so we'll see, because we got some Cookinapos that they're really they're kind of aggressive. You guys don't like them.
I play baseball.
They don't mess with me. I mean,
They're mean.
But yeah, so they're too they stay off on their own, and we don't like them too much because they're not very nice. But Craig, he's like he comes around and he'll follow Jimmy around. It's so funny because Jimmy will go out and Farmer Jim will follow him around and whatnot, and he'll talk. He just sits there, and he is the most talkative bird. You put out some scratching, he's and that's his nightly routine. It's funny, but he's a good chicken. So we're hoping the red that we got here grows up to be as friendly and entertaining. The other one's a sex link. We call them velociraptors because we only have females of those, but they'll jump to try and get food out of your hand and stuff.
They're funky.
Yeah,
they're not very friendly.
they're not mean, but they're like dinosaurs. So there's your chicken update. Just what you wanted to know.
So our Fuji update. Fuji's our Chihuahua that has lymphoma. She was diagnosed on August 14th, and she's had 7 treatments of chemo now. We're almost to the halfway point.
Yep.
Thursday she had the chemo because her blood work this week was okay enough to do it, and they were going to switch the chemo drug, but she really wants to hit it hard this week and next week. So they lessened the dosage on this one that affects Fuji, but
and we're giving her the nausea pills too. The reason why is the other drug that they were going, the alternate drug is not as rough on the intestines and stomach, but it's harder on the bone marrow. So it's kind of like that toss up, one or the other. And because we're going to be going into one of the big treatments next week, This is the one where they
hook her up to an EKG for the...
Yeah, they monitor her heart and all this other stuff. She's already been through one, so it's a little easier because there shouldn't be any issues with this one. But they do monitor her heart because there is a potential that there would be an issue with that. But they don't want to delay this one because they want to get all of these in this next round. And then after this next one that's coming up this week, then they kind of back off and it kind of goes into more maintenance mode. It's less critical to keep that timing, Yeah,
it'll actually switch to every other week.
Yeah, so it'll ease off and it's more for maintenance, but they're really trying to get that initial phase through and done, so they don't want to mess that up. So they gave her with less medicine, but enough to kind of do its thing. And we're giving her anti-nausea pills for the next several days to kind of keep that from being an issue. And she's actually acting really well, so she hasn't shown any.
Well, I mean,
she was a little. You could tell after the day after.
You could see it in her eyes. She don't feel good. She's just kind of mopey and.
Yeah, she'll normally come out and see me in the morning or come out at night, and. She wants a treat, basically. It's food. And so when she doesn't come out, she's not feeling well. And so the day after is kind of, you could tell it was kind of making her drag, but she didn't not eat, which is a good thing. So she was able to eat her food and didn't have any issue. You just tell it affects her, but not as bad as the last go around, which is really what we're hoping for. So next week's the big one, Thursday. Take her down for the big EKG one that's an IV and all that other stuff. So
yeah, this one I thought this one was an IV too, but they actually, if you're squeamish, pause or skip forward a minute.
Mute us.
But they actually insert a tiny.
It's a
butterfly. I was trying to remember the gauge because they use a really tiny gauge because she has really tiny little veins. Mm-hmm. And they insert that, and then they insert the actual chemo into that. So
and then they wash it out. Yeah. They send some saline into or whatever to kind of.
Yeah. But it's interesting because the chemo nurse, she fully geared up. I mean, from head to toe. They really. It's not hazmat, but she's fully surgically out.
Yeah, they wear masks and everything because they said that there is a potential that could
airborne. Even.
Go aerosol for whatever if it gets out, and so for safety, work safety, they always suit up and to be safe because they handle it day in and day out on all the chemo patients. So
when I'm up to 5 days after her treatment, I glove up to pick up her urine and feces, and she's got her potty room.
Yeah,
she doesn't go outside. So
so it's just basically safety. We make sure that we don't get exposed to it because it's not something you want to get exposed to unless you're really going through that kind of thing. So there's a little.
So that was the learning.
The Fuji update. So that was.
And it's so interesting talking to them because the oncologist is so involved in research of cancer too. She's actually one of the doctors that is running research on the
sea lions.
Sea lions on the California coast because so many of them are dying from uterine cancer.
Yeah, they're doing studying and just doing different things to try and find out why that's happening, particularly in our on the California coast. It seems to be pretty prevalent that a lot of the sea lions that are washing up actually have uterine cancer, which is statistically that's really high. And so they watch the sharks because sharks don't get cancer. That's something that they never get. And so the sharks on our coast, so they're like doing studies and that kind of thing to try and determine what the cause is of that. Because the vet that we take her to it's 3 blocks from the beach. She's right down there by the beach, and that's one of the reasons.
I didn't know I was that close to the beach.
I told her, she just doesn't listen. No, well, if Fuji's treatments were longer, we'd actually go drive and go down to the beach. But usually we go down, take care of Fuji, and then we get her back home.
Well, that might be on her bucket list. She might want to see the beach.
We'll go to Cambria. That's a better beach. But anyway, so there's really close to the beach, and that's one of the reasons why this... what are you doing?
Because I thought, no way have we talked for 25 minutes. It hasn't been.
No, it hasn't. We're at the 14-minute mark.
I can't see the number until I get a color. Whoa.
Pumpkin rising.
It's the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
But the oncologist down there, she moved from Chicago out. And one of the reasons why she moved out here was because she wanted to work with the sea life, sea animals and stuff like that. So it's really interesting because they're very talkative and friendly, and you really get to learn a lot about
everything.
So,
and I'm like a sponge. Ooh, tell me more.
Yeah, it's like I said, because she goes into detail about what the drugs do and how they work, and you don't get that from a regular doctor. You go into your doctor and they say, yep, here, be on your way, kind of thing. But they're really, you sit down and they bring us into the room and they just talk and check Fuji over, make sure she's doing okay. And, that's one of the things I like. Both the current oncologist and the previous one that we had seen, they're both willing to just sit down and talk, with you about, the treatment and what it does, and answer any questions that you have. So it's really a learning experience. We're going to be experts by the time we get through this on all the...
and her cat is actually going through the same treatment and not doing too well. So
it's got that and other issues too. So
it's old too. Yeah.
So that was our trip down to the vet oncologist, and Fuji's doing good so far. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that the blood work comes back good, that we can go on to the next round, because we do the blood work on Tuesdays and then give the feedback to the vet, and we figure out where we're at, because we know what we're looking for, but we always either get a green light or we get a red light. So we'll see how that went.
Yeah. So
I saw that wraps up the farm happenings.
Yep. So what's cooking? Dawn was in the kitchen cooking this week. I made a butternut squash soup, again, but a different one. This was out of the Paleolithic Slow Cooker Recipes by Brenda Finney. And I steamed my butternut squash first. I whacked it up and I stuck it in my steamer so it'd be softer to throw it in the crock pot. And then you put 14 ounces of coconut milk, 2 cups of chicken broth, carrots, and an apple shredded. And it said a tablespoon of nutmeg and a tablespoon of cinnamon. This is what I did. And it also said to, you let it cook for 4 to 6 hours in the crock pot, and then you transfer it to a blender and you blend it to smooth. Next time, I'm going to put it all in the blender first, because that'd be much easier without it being hotter than a booger. And then throw it in the crock pot, let it sit all day. But oh my God, it smelled heavenly all day. It smelled like my pumpkin spice candle. It smelled like pumpkin pie,
Yeah. Well, the problem was too much nutmeg. I mean, that was way over. It was biting back at us when
it bit you.
Yeah, it was not good. I think a tablespoon of nutmeg is a lot of nutmeg, and that's a strong seasoning anyway. So. Yeah, he did. Well, that's why we experiment. We do it, and then we adjust.
We're both still trying to eat it, and I'm like,
no, that nutmeg was it was over the top.
It needed a dash or
probably like a quarter teaspoon or a half teaspoon, not a tablespoon. I mean, that was a lot, and
looked like a lot too.
And then one of the other things that we thought, well, maybe putting in some brown sugar in there too, to kind of sweeten it up a bit. It was actually
just a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah, I think without the nutmeg in there, it would have been really good. I think with a little brown sugar to add the flavor, a little more sweetness to it, it would have been excellent.
Yeah.
But next time.
So if you try this, do not put a tablespoon.
Don't. That's unless you really like nutmeg.
Don't.
Yeah, just a little bit, and then see how that goes. Start low and add, as opposed to start big and you can't take it back out. So,
yep.
So that was
We're
what was
there.
cooking.
Yeah.
That's why you get a pencil by your cookbook, so you cross that off and make your notes.
But it's on my Kindle.
Then-
But there's a way to add a note if I ever remember to go look at it. So I want to mention also, where am I at?
I don't know. Where are you at? What's cooking?
No, we're moving.
Okay, well that's
We're moving.
on to.
See, I don't know what I must have.
You've kind of
messed up my notes.
I see that. That's not cooking notes.
I know a lot of people this week have gotten their Fuji Fight Like a Girl from Fishnets, and that's exciting seeing everybody's socks coming in the mail. I mean, their skeins coming in the mail, and I want to thank you guys for that. And she's going to still have this up in the different bases for you to still order. Rosy Retro. There we go. Still has stitch markers for Fuji's Fight. She has 2 different kinds. There's this one, and then little rings. Oh, wow, it just automatically did it.
You pushed the right spot on the
I
the
know,
screen
huh? She's got the magic Etsy shop. So, yeah. So, I wanted to mention those. And then Susan, No Knit Sherlock, for the month of October, is donating $2 of every noodle pattern.
I like that pattern. That's
the
a cool.
cutest. I've got to make one eventually for the oncologist, and then put like Fuji's button here on her.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, I've got to rest my hands though. So I wanted to mention those because October's almost over for that. So in the coop.
In the coop.
In the coop. Well, let's go to what I've been kicking butt on.
Yeah, you've been
This is the
pushing it.
Yeah, I did push. Herbaceous Pattern by Fibertown Designs, which is Emily Chain of Fools. And this is what it looks like. This is a knit along. She's having her Fibertown podcast until October 31st.
I know, and you're rushing to try and get it done. It's like.
And this is in the Fiber Files Sakura base. And I did look on Loopy U, and they do have one skein of her yarn in there. So, because I don't think she's dyeing anymore, but Loopy U does have one skein. Not this color. This was a special. So I knit. I have one. Oh, I could have put this on a
sock blocker?
Oh, well, that too, but I meant because it's finished.
Oh, a finished object?
Yeah, it's half finished.
One foot out the door.
Yeah.
Out the coop, huh?
Yeah, I guess this is from the cuff down. So I knit, there's the Dicky Doo. All of that in the toe. Mm-hmm. And then I was really hoping to get this done today, but yeah. And then I have all of this one.
Now you're on your home stretch there. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have a whole lot to
No.
do, but you're having other issues with
Yeah.
the...
And these are my awesome little vintage rose Chihuahua markers. Here's the Chihuahua one.
Chihuahua and a bone.
Yeah, I love her markers. I obviously did, I mean, once I have these on a blocker when they're finished next week, I will show you because it's hard to see. I obviously did something different on this. I think I was skipping a whole row because I did 3 repeats on the leg on this one. This one, I barely did 1.5.
How do you manage that one?
This one is done correct because, well, I was doing Lauren's pattern, the Rainbow Explosion, the same time as this.
Multitasking.
And I had both of them kind of, I knew what was coming up. You kind of get it memorized, and I think you can't tell just by looking, but my counts, because I take notes when I'm doing things so they match.
Yeah,
The
call
length,
it
yeah.
creative freedom, huh?
Yeah, there we go. So
If you start walking in a circle, you know one's off, right? You're not balanced.
yeah, and these are
You're to the right.
for the Pinktober with Knit Nerd podcast and the Knitting Den, and it's in my Knitting Den Kiki Boo bag. Because how fun is that to say? Kiki Boo bag. So
Cool.
but my hands, because I've knit my Halloween socks, I've knit the Rainbow Explosion, and these this month, and so I've been on size 1,
Yeah.
and all right here, my finger's crooked. It's got a knot in it, and I am just burning pain all right here. And I don't knit a long time when I'm
You have
doing
your
it.
time in the morning and you have your time in
Yeah.
the evening, but all you've been doing is size 1s for
Size
the last, you've been on a sock, you've been,
frenzy.
yeah, you've been soccering it along, huh?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, time
burning
to
pain.
use some size, 16 needles or something.
But Mad79 Melanie told me this morning to make oatmeal like if you would eat it. I wouldn't eat oatmeal if you paid me. Anyways, you make it like you were going to eat it, not too hot, and then you put your hand in it, and it's supposed to take the inflammation away. So I thought I'd pass that along. I haven't tried it yet.
See how that works.
See how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took my ring off and everything because it's...
Well, the warmth might help feel good too on your hand.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like I can barely make a fist, and
Yeah.
it's bad owie. So I dug out my pomme de pin that I started back in February. And this was a gift from Nitty Witty Shell. It's an Amy Christoffers pattern. So I frogged it, the one I started in February, because I was doing,
Yeah, you had that.
it was like a size 40 that I was doing. And
It's supposed to be oversized, so you're
Yeah.
like going over, but it was.
and once I took it off the needles to frog it, I could almost wrap it around.
Twice.
Yeah. So I frogged, and I had like 8 inches done, which I don't like to frog. And this is done with Knit Picks Galileo Gem colorway, GEM. It's a tealy green,
Deep green, blue,
Yeah.
blue green.
and it's, what is the stuff in this? Sport weight, 50 merino, 50 bamboo. So it is super gushy.
Gushy.
So did I say I frogged 8 inches? You got to cast on a load. So I thought this is done with bigger needles. It would help my hand have something instead of the itty bitty toothpicks I've been knitting with. So I recast it on in a smaller size. So this is knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1.
All the
A
way.
lot of stitches. So yeah, I only worked on that one night. Just to...
What size is that? Size 3?
I'm using a size 6,
Oh.
6 and 7. That's what I
that's
got
bigger.
gauge with. Yeah, so, well, yeah, anything's big. They feel like
Yeah.
trees.
Pencils, huh?
Yeah. So, yeah, I
Well,
restarted that.
It'll give
and-
your hands a break so you don't have to.
Yeah, and I know Lauren's having a new sock pattern. Emily has a new one, that Cobble Wobbles? Cobbly. I don't know now. Go look it up. And it's like, I gotta take a break from the socks.
Yeah.
Hurting bad. So, and this is in my bird leg. I love this bag. Bird leg, huge fox bag. So, yeah, see? It holds a lot. I thought you'd look at it. Did I dump something?
Just looking at
So
your bag.
that's what's on the needles. I guess I had a flown the coop, half coop.
Yeah.
Half a coop.
Half a foot out the door.
Yeah,
huh?
half a foot out the door.
And I didn't do anything. Well, I did 1 row, but it's not worth bringing it out. So I was trying. I talked like a good game last weekend, but this week just was busy. So
Yeah, you've been making lots of candles.
yeah, I've been busy, shop busy, not relaxing in the evening, sitting on the couch, busy. So.
Although we're done with Breaking Bad season 3.
Yeah, we
We're
just
on to
finished.
4
Yeah, good show.
Yeah.
We're enjoying that.
now.
It's getting better.
Yeah. First couple
It started-
episodes were like,
It started slow,
yeah.
but it's really going full bore now. So squeal like the
Squeal
pig.
like a pig. Boy, Melanie's ears are going to be burning. Melanie, Mad79, came out with another pattern, and they're called the Tailor Mitts. They are fingerless mitts, and that's Melanie Douglas, and they are cute, easy knit cabled fingerless mitts, adult medium, worked bottom up using the magic loop method. So, when it showed, there we go. Aren't those cool? They look like nice and warm. So thank you, Melanie. Isn't that pretty? That'd be really cool with some handspun too.
Oh, I see. It's got the cabling on there, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
So go check those out, and
So she gifted you that pattern? Okay.
yeah. That's why it's.
That's why it's in the squeal like a pig. I was like, okay, well, I could figure I better ask.
Plus,
I don't
I'm
think
like, oh.
I don't think you mentioned that.
Oh, I didn't.
Perhaps not, but now you did.
I
so
don't
you're
remember.
good.
Old age.
Yeah.
So then, see, Emily, her ears are going to be burning too because I keep mentioning them too. Emily, Chain of Fools from the Fibertown podcast, is donating 2 of her patterns for our Fight Like a Girl thread. So that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Which next week we will be doing the Hatchinit.
We're going to be
Prizes.
busy
Yeah.
prize-wise.
Next
Next
couple
week's going to
weeks.
be...
Hatchinit, and then the soccer for October prizes. So then we will do Fuji's halfway point prizes the following week. So anything in the flag thread, we'll be getting.
have some prizes going out
I'll
for
have
that.
to, pool prizes because we've gotten a lot of donations for that. And for like the soccer along, we have bird leg bags and fishnets, and I know So For You is donating a bag for the flag and Hatchinit.
Cool.
So, yep.
Excellent.
Lots of prizes, you guys.
Yeah. So join
It's
in.
fun. Yeah.
Get involved, and you might win something. So.
Yep. So in the arena, I watched a new podcast that I didn't watch it.
You listen.
I listened to it because it's an audio podcast, and it is called The Knotted Bag. I didn't even know she had a podcast. I think there's 15
Wow.
episodes. I don't know where I've been, under a rock. And this is with Diane, who is Freedom for You, and she's in Canada. I was going to say she's Canadian, but then I was going to say she's in Canada. And she has the Knotted Bag Etsy store, and those are the Japanese knotted bags that
That are knotted.
that are knotted. And she's taken a different take on her podcast where she has guests. And so it's like you're sitting down with your knitting buddies, and you're hearing them talk, and there's nothing formatted. It's just natural conversation, and so it's been really interesting because the first one was Shannon Minerva Turkey, and I'm like, oh, that's my Shannon, and Vintage Rose has been on there, and so it's like, oh, my friends, it's like really cool. So
Cool.
I haven't fully gotten caught up because I get my library audiobooks and I get stuck into that.
And those are on a timer. You have to get those done.
Yeah,
and
you
so
get like
on.
21 days, and so yep. So it's a really good podcast. She has a Ravelry group, and she also has another podcast because she does energy work. That's like with the chakras. The ring. How the red, and I can't remember how that goes. Like the red is the heart, and I don't know it all that well, but she also has a podcast for that too, but I don't know the links to that one. So go give her a listen. It's really enjoyable and fun, and cool. I actually found out about her from the Suburban Stitcher because they did a two Rhinebeck episodes on that where they were all in the hotel room together. So it's like, oh, a new podcast. So pretty cool.
Something else to listen to.
Yep. And that's it.
That's it for the...
That's all she wrote, folks.
Well, you got...
I already mentioned that, though.
Oh. Well, we're just flying along. Like I said, we knew it was going to be a quick one today, just because it's... just this week flew by, and just... Where'd all the time go?
Yeah.
So we just want to mention again, we do still have in the shop the Fuji Fight Like a Girl button. If you're interested in purchasing one of those to help out. Are you giving me a look?
Oh, because nothing.
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we have the Gingerbread House. I'm holding that weird. Sorry. Gingerbread House lip balm in the shop. You can get for free if you purchase $10 or more of other items. Just use the coupon code Try Me during checkout. Make sure you put that in the cart first, otherwise it won't get discounted. So add that to your cart, plus $10 or more of other items. Use the coupon code Try Me, and you'll get that for free, and we'll be happy to throw that in and let you enjoy it for Halloween. And then we also have our video podcast button you can get for free as well. Just ask for that in the comments section when you're checking out. Just say, hey, I'd like a video podcast button so I can decorate my button monster or my knitting bag or wherever you want to put that. But we'll be happy to throw that in with your order as well.
Yep.
I think that is about it. So
I told you.
Yeah. Quick one for this week.
So until next time.
Let's get cracking.
And hatch a pumpkin.
Hatch a pumpkin. Bye.